Welcome back to my first attempt at lethal difficulty on Providence Ridge. So after day one, getting my first recruit and moving into what I want my permanent base to be at the warehouse, days 2 through 4 went pretty well for the most part. Really kind of uneventful, thankfully, because I'm really trying to be very, very careful and avoid confrontation with zombies as much as I can. So after I got set up at the base, I drove around and did a lot of looting, gathering up as many materials as I could so I can build the facilities I want to get a good foundation for going into later into the game and trying to take down plague hearts. But that's where I notice the first biggest problem with this difficulty. The vehicles situation there is horrible. There's no vehicles and they fall apart so easily. Well, almost no vehicles, and the plague ferals are terrifying. But the biggest problem, by far, is the lack of resources. I'm just gonna go over my map here, and just see all the buildings that are grayed out, that are empty. And I did not loot anywhere near all of these. Most of them are starting out empty. It's pretty good right here. That's not too bad, but everywhere else there's just empty buildings, empty buildings, empty buildings, and I've only looted a small fraction of those. Most of them started out totally empty. So I've been having to go around the entire map already, just trying to look for resources. Just trying to look for materials to build up my base. And I can tell I'm already almost out. I think there's got to be only a few places left on the map that have materials. So the amount of driving you have to do to get to the places that have the resources you need, combined with how difficult it can be once you actually get there, has really slowed me down and made it much more difficult to get a foothold in this difficulty. Here I messed up sneaking around that zombie. He detected me, so then all the other ones get riled up. And I was out with this guy for quite a while. His stamina is like halfway drained. Grab the zombie. He's already out of stamina. So I came here, I was trying to get my outpost set up too, finally. At this point I didn't have any outposts. So I was going for this one to get one in this little town of Prescott so I could have a safe area here. I go back in and more zombies just spawn. So I was like, okay, whatever. It's 2 zombies. And then I'm watching my mini-map, and all of a sudden, like, 5 spawn in the back room. Like, what the heck? So if you have, like, an unexplored area in a building on this difficulty, and you're fighting, they could just keep spawning zombies, and here's a huge horde coming in. And this is the second attempt. The second time I tried to take this place, and I've driven away, so at this point, I was like, just forget it. I'll find the outpost somewhere else. But by day 3, I was ready to take on plague hearts. I had a decent stockpile of resources, and I had my first couple outposts set up. So it's where I wanted to be, if not exactly how I wanted to get there. So I encounter another blood plague feral outside the plague heart. So I try and take it down with the M4 again, trying to use my aim snap this time, and realizing it's not working. I kept trying it during that fight, and the aim snap wasn't doing anything, the normal control that I used before. So I'm like, okay, let me get out of there. And of course, it's lethal. These screamers are here. All sorts of crap starts showing up. But I have my watchtower, thankfully, so I'm like, let me just get cover fire at my watchtower. I don't know if they did anything there, though. But thankfully, the M4 with the silencer is a pretty damn good weapon. So I'm like, okay, let me try and take these guys down now. There's 2 plague hearts. There was about 4 plague hearts within like 150 meters of my base. There's 2 plague hearts in that little strip mall there. I took down 1 plague heart already in a nearby house, which went very smoothly. I had a nice window and a little hill nearby where I could just snipe it through the window from the hill. So that went much more easily than this did. And the screamers, I'm not sure exactly what it is sometimes. That wasn't like a normal area I get spotted by a zombie. Sometimes they're more sensitive. And there's a bloater, of course. So already this guy's almost got blood plague. I've gotten nowhere with that plague heart. So at this point, yeah, I'm going to take down these couple screamers. But with how bad shape he's in already, I'm just going to swap out characters. So I bring out Zana with the 50 caliber Timberwolf anti-material rifle, which is my new favorite weapon. And start working on that plague heart. Finally, I can hit it from nice and far away, but this is gonna spawn another blood plague feral. There he is, and I find out you can kill him with a headshot with the 50 cal. Thank God. Pretty much the only reason, well, the main reason this is my new favorite weapon. Absolutely. And you can just sneak away. It does have a suppressor on it. It's still really, really loud, but I mean, it's quiet enough. I can make my shots and get out before anything really notices me. So it takes 15 shots with that 50 caliber takedown of Plague Heart. This is my last go at it. So I had to do 4 sessions of this, basically. Go in, empty the 4-round magazine, run out, and rinse and repeat 4 times until I hit it with 15 shots. It still spawns zombies every time you do damage to it, and it's loud enough, that weapon, that they're going to be attracted to it. So that's why I run away and come back, so they disperse, and I can just do another round of shooting. So that's pretty much how it's going to go. I take down the 4 nearby Plague Hearts with that gun, and make a little breathing room for myself. But since I really love this weapon so much, and I know I'm going to have to use it for base defense against Juggernauts, and it's really the only effective way to get rid of those Plague Ferals, I'm not going to use it all the time against Plague Hearts. I'm going to have to find another method, because I want to save ammunition for it for just defense and killing Plague Ferals. Then I just wanted to show this mission because I almost lose Zana here, one of my best characters. I had to track down these thieves. They lure me in and then they attack. They don't have any firearms, but they deal so much damage with every hit with ranged weapons on this difficulty. And my follower just died like that. Wasn't one of the people from my base, thankfully. It was just for this mission. He just like dropped dead in there. I've only been on that red screen situation like once before, because then I was able to get up and immediately popped painkillers and got out of there. But of course, I was trying to take them out with my shotgun, so all these zombies come. And here I will say, thank goodness for energy drinks. Stamina restores of any kind, the big ones especially, energy drinks and stimulants. You can just run away from zombies for as long as you need to, basically. So with that huge horde of zombies right there, I wasn't going to try and get in the truck and have them ripped apart. So I'm like, I'll book it out of here, try and lose them. And I just remember there's a fuel tank nearby that I can climb on top of. And yeah, it's warning me I'm going to lose this mission. I don't really care. From the people who were helping me track down the thieves, I traded with them for a toolkit, and I got, I bought a sack of materials off them, I think, so I was already making out pretty good in this mission. I really need those materials. And I got some rucksack of meds, so I don't really care. Abandon that mission. And then I just kind of hide out up here and snipe a couple nearby zombies with the crossbow until I can leave. So one of the 4 Plague Hearts I killed with Jerry, and finally got him enough standing to promote him to my leader, which is absolutely what I wanted because he has Traitor. Going in, that's what I had on Nightmare going into Lethal. That's what I wanted. So at least I finally got that. Leader assigned, I can start working on the trade depot. And one of the first things I'm going to do after I assign him as my leader is go and look at the Secure This Territory objective and see that there's 50 Plague Hearts on the map. 50 Plague Hearts. I was shocked. I became hysterical when I saw that. I should have been recording myself. I couldn't believe 50 Plague Hearts. when I first started playing, I was on Dread. I had, like, 13 Plague Hearts or whatever. It was probably, I think I had 17 when I did Nightmare. So I was like, okay, it's gradually increasing. I'll probably have about 20 on Lethal, maybe 25 to make a big jump since it's the last difficulty. 50 is ridiculously more than anything I've ever seen before. The most I've had is 17. So I realize now that I'm going to be in for the long haul with this campaign. Yeah, I did not nearly expect that there would be that many, so this is going to take forever. However much preparation you do, you're never going to be able to bring enough stuff to kill even half the Plague Hearts on the map. So you're going to have to dig in, get well set up, get good resources, good outposts, be able to manufacture ammunition, and build a community that's going to be able to stand the test of time. So overall, I'm happy with my start on this campaign. It's day 4. I've got a pretty good setup at my base. I have all the facilities built that I wanted to start out with. I have my watchtower, my infirmary level 2, and my workshop, which I'm going to be upgrading to level 2 shortly, but I wanted to get started on the trade depot. Absolutely, because of how few resources there are on this map. I'm definitely going to be relying heavily on trade just because there's so many buildings that have nothing in them. So I'm going to have to be using the trade depot and calling in traders to sustain myself through this campaign. And I got my 5th person, so we got a decent amount of people. We got a good start. I cleared out all the play cards that were really, really close. And I also got my 5 outposts set up from upgrading my command center and installing the network signal booster that I brought with me, which is very valuable because you really need a food outpost to keep up with the high demand for food on lethal. So now my plan is to really utilize the trade depot to get the resources I need to finish upgrading my base, get my level 2 workshop to make toolkits to keep up with the vehicles, and to really start working on those play cards. So wish me luck.